Hi lovelies, it's Liz from the Scrap and Patch. Welcome back again. Today I just want to do, I don't know, a demo or whatever on how to use your embossing folders to create backgrounds on your papers so that you can get different images. Sometimes stamps, I use stamps on a lot of the backgrounds, but sometimes they're not quite dark enough. These are two that I've done previously, and I don't know if that's really subtle, and I really love it. It's really nice. This one's perhaps a bit brighter, and the pink one here, it has a little design on it, and I just thought it just added a little bit. So we're just going to show you how to do that, and it's a way to use your embossing folders quick and easy if you don't have a stamp the size that you want. So no machine required for this. And I've grabbed some of my favourite embossing folders, which are kind of very similar, but we'll see how we go. So your embossing folder has a side that has an indent in it and a side where your pattern is raised. You want to use the side where the pattern is raised. I'm using distress inks or distress oxides, either. You can use really any stamp pad that you want to use. You just if you use a StazOn or an alcohol ink pad or something like that, you'll need to clean it in between, whereas this one you don't. So I'm just going to, this is the leaf one, so just grab your ink pad, run it over, and I always do the whole thing. My pieces of paper aren't that big, but I'm never quite certain where I'm going to put it down. So I've actually cut these to a tag size, and I'm just going to stick this here. I'm going to close it up, flip it over, and give it a bit of a press. And you can see there that you've got your image. Okay, and it does. It's really nice and soft and gentle, and I do really like it. You can just, if you've used the distress inks, just grab a dry cloth. You don't want a wet cloth, because if you use a wet cloth, you're going to have to dry your embossing folder off anyway. While I was looking through embossing folders, I found this one, which I actually haven't used before. Pretty naughty, but I'm a bit like that. So I'm actually going to, let's see how this one works. So this will mean that you've got a nice background on. Oh, did the wrong side. You get that, don't you? Oh, honestly, what a dork. I thought it was a single piece sided colour, not something with a pattern on. So, give some nice printing. And you can see that they just wipe away clean. I found this one when I was looking. I haven't used this one either, and I wasn't quite certain. It must have come in something that I got given, I think. It's not one that I would possibly buy. So I'm actually going to put it across the bottom of this music. You can, I'll show you, you can actually just press them. I just find when it's larger you get a better image. And the distress ink colours are quite vibrant. I'm actually going to do this one. This is a pre-made tag that's had a bit of pink on the back of it. It'll fit on there, and I would not have a stamp pad. Well, I probably would have a stamp pad this big. Let's go. And because this is large and I want to get all the image on, so it's a nice background to that without having to do the stamp. If you do oxides, yep, that's right. Sometimes they don't quite not quite as dark as I think they should be, but it does just add an element to it which gives it like a light stamped look. I've got these music ones that are already pre-cut. Okay, so it does give a really pretty look, I think, to the background. Oh, that one's going to make a bit of a mess. I might have to wash that one after all. And here's a brick one. I did try and do some on some atlas work. It really didn't show up very well, but we'll have a go and see. Could do a Hadrian's Wall through the United Kingdom, couldn't we? There you go. Alright, because that's slightly sealed, you will have to either dry it with your heat gun or leave it to dry. But it does give you a bit of a background. I have used darker inks than what I used on my original ones for some of them. But I'm just going to do a couple more. Have to have a blue. If you use a foam-based ink pad, you will need to be very careful because your foams will go into your things and leave lots of dots in the middle. Okay. Alright, so they're all done. I've got some glued sheets here that I've already done, and I'm going to attach these bases to it so that we can make up our tags. And some I'll use as the back and some I'll use as the front. So this is 3 sheets of encyclopedia paper that's been just glued together. Because I've used glue stick, I will need to sew because it won't last. So that's the way we'll do it. So we'll just cut these tags. So remember, you grip, snip, flip, and clip. You can do that before or after. I'm actually going to do it after. So we're going to get some of these glued on. Find my gluing book. So we're going to glue these on here so they've got a nice base. Grab my to press them down. So it's actually the filming, when we're filming it here today, it's a public holiday here. So so my boys are home. Well, one of them is, the other one's had to go to work, but he works in a different town. So he doesn't have a public holiday. It's just us for our local show. So it's a nice quiet day. Hubby's been off to do cricket practice because he thinks he's young. He's got news. He had to come home and have a rest, but I can't say too much because I've had one this morning too. But you get that. So this is my first kind of process video, so hoping it goes okay. I'm not... I find I'm a bit shaky sometimes. So if you actually have a look at my glue book here, this one here wasn't quite dry. See how it's left the imprint on my book? So, but that's okay, it's just dried it off for me. That one is actually alright the way it is. This one's not going to be quite dry either, but we're going to have a look. So it left quite a lot of ink on the thing, and I'm going to actually just dab it. Oh, it smudged a bit, didn't it? Oh well, might be one that doesn't get used or gets covered up with something. This one. So this is some more of that paper that I've had for some 30 odd years. So nice to be using it up. In 30 years we've moved just a few times, so it will be nice to have it out of the road. That one's fine to leave as it is, and I'll just do this one. Whoops. So we'll put that on there. These are a couple that I did earlier that I think are a bit dark, but we'll put them on just because otherwise it's going to go in my bits pile, and then that's getting a bit large. So we'll use them up too. Okay. So glue sticks away. Oops, I just need to get my scissors out of my drawer here. No, I didn't put them away. Yes, no I didn't. Oh dear. Need to put my scissors, there they are. You're right, I didn't put them away. Okay, so we just cut these along the thing here. So I hope everyone's having a good week. It's in Australia here in Queensland, in April we have a number of public holidays. In fact, we've got 4 or 5 this month, I think. So with Easter, and then we have our show holiday, and then we have Anzac Day, and then in May we have the first Monday in May is always a holiday. So I might cut this one into 2. So it I know when we had the shop it was always really hard to try and make sure you had enough days in April to make the payments for the month, because it was always fairly difficult with so many public holidays. And we didn't open on a Sunday, so that also cut into the time. But there you go. So, what's that? Yep, I'm going to do all of them. Yep. So we'll just cut these out. There's been a bit of a break there because Robbie dropped the phone. We don't have a stand. He stands there in videos for me, and normally my videos are only a couple of minutes, but this one's gone a little bit longer, and his poor little arms just can't cope. He's a lovely man, and I shouldn't give him such a hard time, but there you go. Whoops. We may not be able to cut all of them because I might just get too shaky. But yep. So when I've got these cut out, I'm going to stitch around them. So we might take a break, and I'll be back in a minute with the stitched edges. See you soon. Okay, sewing's finished. And so I've got the tags. I've put some backs on some and some fronts on others, and they're ready. And I have got all my little embellishments ready that I'm going to put on them. because of my shakes, I will not subject you to me trying to get stickers off things, because that doesn't work very well. Backs off stickers, I mean. So just to show you that I've stitched around them all. I have come to realise that I really don't like the tags hanging, so I now, when I do my tags, I start and finish at the top, regardless of whether you have threads or a covering of any sort. It actually covers where they join, and that helps with my OCD tendencies, and I get them done. So some of them are just the backgrounds, some of the fronts. I'm going to take some time and put them together. It will take, I can't, it takes too long to get the stickers off, and no one needs to watch me trying to struggle with that. So the tags are ready, and I'm going to get them embellished, and then I'll be back. Okay, hi, we're back. It's only taken me 2.5 hours to get these stickers on and get the tags decorated. I've put a little black and white, or black and clear one on there. I actually like that, but it's got the little journaling tag at the back. This one had the blue design on it, and we'll just put some stuff over there, matching tag with your colours. I like this one. I like blues, so you know, but I actually like that one with a little bit of stuff on the back. This one, so these were vellum stickers from a pack that I've got. Some little snippet for the tag, a little cluster or more snippet for tags. This was a master board. I don't know what now. I don't know what it's called now. But anyway, someone gave me one, a collage board, which I've cut up and used after watching a video. So that was the really subtle fern leaves. Some more blue ones. This was another blue one, so we had some blue dictionary ones. This one was the one, it was, and I just had it here. There you go. The little strip one, this one. Oops, sorry about the noise. So this little strip one didn't quite work the way I thought, but anyway, I just added some ferns and some leaves and that, or little flowers, so that got added to that one. This one with some olives, I quite like that one. I didn't do anything with the back of it. So this one, you can only just see the blue or the grey. It was, yeah. Tag there. This was the pink one that we did the background of. And that's it. These are the ones that we did earlier. Were done earlier. So I hope you enjoyed watching that. A great way to use your embossing folders and not have to have your machine out, just your inks, and you can get it done really quickly. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. Bye.